The family who ruled New York. The story of the Gambino crime family begins in the early 20th century with the wave of Italian immigration to the United States. Many Italian immigrants settled in New York City, bringing with them traditions and a way of life from their homeland, including organized crime. The roots of the Gambino family trace back to the D'Aquila gang, led by Salvatore Toto D'Aquila, a powerful mafia boss in the early 1900s. By the 1920s, as prohibition fueled the growth of organized crime, the D'Aquila gang evolved, aligning with other influential mafiosi to form a network of crime families that would dominate New York City. After D'Aquila was killed in 1928, a series of power struggles ensued, leading to the rise of Vincent Mangano as the leader of what would eventually become the Gambino family. Carlo Gambino, born in Palermo, Sicily in 1902, emigrated to the U.S. in 1921 and quickly embedded himself within the criminal underworld. By the 1950s, Gambino had risen to prominence through his involvement in various illegal enterprises, including bootlegging, gambling, loan sharking, and narcotics trafficking. In 1957, Albert Anastasia, then the boss of the family, was assassinated in a barber's chair at the Park Sheraton Hotel in Manhattan, a hit believed to be orchestrated by Gambino himself. With Anastasia out of the way, Carlo Gambino took control, renaming the family in his honor. Under Gambino's leadership, the family flourished, becoming one of the 5 families that dominated organized crime in New York. They expanded their influence through strategic alliances, bribery, and violence. Gambino's era marked a significant expansion into legitimate businesses as fronts for their illegal activities, including construction, trucking, and garbage collection. The Gambino family was raking in hundreds of millions of dollars annually through their diversified operations. Their criminal empire extended beyond traditional rackets, delving into white-collar crimes such as stock market manipulation and tax fraud. Carlo Gambino, known for his strategic mind and low-profile approach, Carlo Gambino ruled until his natural death in 1976. He appointed his cousin Paul Castellano as his successor. Paul Castellano's reign, 1976-1985, was marked by controversy and discontent within the family. Known as Big Paul, he was more a businessman than a gangster, focusing on white-collar crimes, which alienated many of the family's soldiers who felt neglected. John Gotti, known as the Dapper Don for his flamboyant style and media savvy, Gotti orchestrated the assassination of Castellano in 1985, taking over the family. Gotti's high-profile demeanor drew immense law enforcement attention, leading to his arrest and conviction in 1992. He was sentenced to life in prison, where he died in 2002. Peter Gotti, John Gotti's brother Peter, assumed control after John's imprisonment. Peter's tenure saw a decline in the family's power and influence due to increased law enforcement pressure and internal strife. He was arrested and convicted on multiple charges, including racketeering, and sentenced to prison, where he remained until his death in 2021. The 1990s and 2000s were tough decades for the Gambino family. Federal prosecutions, aided by increased use of RICO, Racketeer-Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, laws, and the cooperation of informants, dealt severe blows to their operations. High-profile members turned state witnesses, further weakening the family's structure. Despite these setbacks, the Gambino family has managed to survive into the 21st century. They remain involved in traditional rackets like gambling, loan sharking, and extortion, though on a diminished scale. The current leadership is believed to be more low-key, focusing on rebuilding and avoiding the limelight that proved disastrous for Gotti. The Gambino crime family's legacy is one of significant influence and impact on both organized crime and popular culture. Their story has been immortalized in numerous books, movies, and TV shows, cementing their place in the annals of American crime history. The modern Gambino family operates in the shadows, a far cry from the days of Carlo Gambino and John Gotti. Yet their enduring presence is a testament to the resilience and adaptability of organized crime in America. While the heyday of Mafia dominance may have passed, the Gambino name continues to evoke the fascinating and often terrifying world of the American mob.